Good afternoon. I'm sitting here with five of my noble and brothers, and we're going to talk about what Masons and Shriners are. I have to my right, I have Noble Dean Jenneret. To his right, I have Noble Dennis Marshall, who's our Arbor Shrine Secretary and Treasurer. And to his right is Brethren and Noble Roger Pieper. And across the table from me, I have John Whalen, who is a Harvard Shrine, and he is also one of our nobles. Today, we're going to talk, like I said, about Masons and Shriners. Yes, today, my noble friends, I'm really excited about doing this. We're not sure what we're doing, but we are going to give it the best shot we can. So, with that in mind, I'm going to have Noble John and Noble Dean go ahead and get the camera ready. They're going to be our camera crew today. Hello, Noble and brother and Dean Pieper. Hey, what's the best part of your day? So, hello there, Roger Pieper. Hey, what was the best part of your day today?
Getting up.
Getting up.
At my age, it's just nice to be able to get up and know you're still alive.
Right side of the dirt. That's a great. Well, today's a great day, Roger. We're going to talk a little bit about Masons and Shriners, and we have our friends here, um, and we want to share with our viewers a little bit about information on Masons and Shriners, and who we'll see at many events, parades, major activities, and we'll be talking to Noble Marshall in a little bit about how both the Masons and the Shriners help children's hospitals throughout the United States. Right. And there is a website that I know Noble Jenneret gave us at the Grand Lodge and the health facilities located throughout the United States. And we'll post that at the bottom of our podcast. So, brother Pieper, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've been retired for about 20 years, and a good friend of mine mentioned one day that you ought to be a Mason, and I got to thinking about it. And, Dean Jenner happened to talk to him, and he said, you know, he said, we'll look at a better man. And I think the things that the Masons do are really above board, and it's a good group of people. I really enjoy being there. I got this off the internet. It's a few things that Masons are, what they kind of do. More, the Masons are moral self-improvement, increased brotherhood, unity, belief, charity to others, leadership skills, education, and manners. That's some of the things that the Masons are noted for. I also read that there have been 14 presidents that have been Masons, and our lodge here is number two in Nebraska, and it was formed in 1870, so we're kind of proud of that.
Perfect.
So it's just a good organization to belong to.
So, tell us a little bit about what you have on your shirt. It's a blue shirt, and it says Western Star, and there is a G and kind of a symbol on there.
It's a compass and ruler, and the G in the middle. That are symbols of the lodge, and I guess I can't say much more than that about it.
Okay. So you say it's a brotherhood. Why would you say it's a brotherhood?
Well, you really get to meet some nice people in there, and you can travel all over the United States, and you're welcome to go to any lodge. And so, no, it's a brotherhood just to know people.
My understanding is that Masons have a number of um, temples throughout the United States. And I see that you have a hat that has, and what do you call that symbol up here again?
Uh,
square and compass.
Yeah.
And tell us a little bit about what the square and compass is.
You got me there.
Brother Pieper, tell me, what do the Masons and the Shriners have in common?
Well, you have to be a Mason to become a Shriner. That's a requirement.
What was your path to become a Mason?
Well, a friend of mine was a Mason, and we got to talking one day, and I liked the things that they were doing, and so he kind of talked me into being a Mason.
And what's the procedure for that?
You have to get, well, there's a couple of ways to get into the Masons, but the best way to go in is to go to your lodge, and they have 3 steps you have to go through to get up to be a Mason. And it's really the best way to get to be a Mason because you really learn from that.
Are there any materials that you have to learn or anything?
There's some memory work you have to do.
Well, I don't know. I'm very good at that.
Well, yeah, but they help you with it, and so it's not that difficult.
So, what made you, besides that friend of yours, after you got in to being a Mason, you became a Shriner? Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. What was the major influence of becoming a Shriner? Do you have to become a Shriner?
No, you do not have to become a Shriner. There's a lot of the guys that are not Shriners. But I don't know. I really enjoy the Shrine because we do so much good for the kids especially, and we donate money to different causes around town, and it's really a good organization.
The Shriners and the Masons are both in Nebraska City, Nebraska.
Yes.
And you said you donate a number of different things. Now, I've been a Shriner since 2003, and I was influenced by Don Martin, who was passed, Brother Don.
That's the same one that influenced me.
Oh, perfect. I didn't know that. See, we just got to know each other a little bit better. And that's what brotherhoods do.
Yeah.
That's, and he had stories.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure he's had stories just like John Whalen. He's quite the jokester, isn't he? Yes, I understand that. Oh, that's. Well, is there anything else you'd like to share with our viewers? Okay. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Good afternoon, Arbor Shrine teammates, club members, Masons, Temples. My name is Gary Walkenfuss, and I have been a Shriner for over 20 years, and I really enjoy being a Shriner. With me today, I have Noble Dennis Marshall, who is the um, Arbor Shrine Secretary and Treasurer. He gets 2 in 1. Right, Dennis?
Absolutely.
Well, I'm going to start with Dennis a little bit. Dennis, can you kind of tell us about yourself? You know, what you're doing, and a little bit about your path, your business, becoming a Shriner.
Well, I'm a funeral director. I own and operate my own business. I also believe in being very active in the community, and I'm in a lot of different organizations. I always feel that the most you can get out of a community is what you put in it.
Right.
And I've always felt that way.
That's a great thought. So you've been in the community for how many years?
My family moved here when I was in the 8th grade. I was 13 years old.
That wasn't very long ago.
Well, yeah, longer than you think.
Well, today we're going to talk a little bit about Shrine. And we both are part of the Arbor Shrine Club, Nebraska City. And can you tell us a little bit about your path to becoming a Shriner?
I'll be the first to admit that probably initially it was just the thing that I needed to do just because of my family's history. But so I always had it kind of in the back of my mind that it was something that I would do. To my knowledge, I know I'm at least a 3rd generation Mason and Shriner. I don't know about my great grandfather or on my mom's side of the family. I don't know, but on my dad's side of the family, I still have my father's fez, and I also have my grandfather's fez.
That's spectacular.
So yeah, they so
That's
I
awesome.
do come from three generations. My brother Craig is also a Mason. He's not a Shriner, but he is a Mason.
Earlier we talked to brother Roger Pieper, and he talked about you have to be a Mason first before becoming a Shriner.
Mhm.
And I know I went through there's what was it, 1 day lodge. Did you do a 1 day lodge, or did you go the full length of the Mason?
I did the full length, although it had changed right before I started through the degrees, and so I mine was a little bit redacted a little bit, but
Mhm.
there was still quite a bit of memorization to it.
Perfect.
And I also need to say that the person, well, two people that approached me, Lou Crunk and Earl King, those were the two that really spurred my interest. And they knew my dad, and they knew my dad was a Mason and Shriner, and they approached me. My dad had passed away, and thought that it was something that I should do. And both of them took me by the hand and really led me through the things I needed to do. Lou Crunk, especially with the Masonic part of it, he actually came over to my house at night and helped me with learning and memorizing things that I needed to do.
And that's what brotherhood's
Oh yeah,
working
yeah.
together, and doing those things. Um, Noble Marshall, can you tell us a little bit about what activities does the Arbor Shrine
Oh gosh, we have our monthly meetings, and it's a social time. It's a dinner meeting. The our spouses are there as well, and we have a pretty good time. So that we have our monthly meetings to kind of organize the activities that we do. Um, we do sometimes, not every year, but we do sometimes have a Christmas party that we do, and then we have also had uh, social activities too. Like in the summertime, we might do an outdoor picnic or
do? Awesome.
something like that, and have a
Awesome.
good time.
I know I've participated in some of those things, and it's really been very heartwarming to get together and get to know the ladies of the lodge, as well as our brotherhood and other Shriners. Can you kind of tell us a little bit about the Children's Hospital, what it is, and how the Shriners? You see those television ads on TV. Can you kind of allude to that a little bit, please?
It has changed over the years, but the shrine hospitals are throughout the United States. I think even in Mexico and Canada, if I'm not mistaken. And they've been making some changes lately, and it has a lot to do with medical care has changed. Medical care isn't the way it was 20 or 30 years ago, and the Shrine hospitals are doing their best to keep up with the changes that are happening within the medical field. And it used to be that our patients, the children that we helped, would go to either St. Louis or Minneapolis.
And that's out of Odo, Cass County.
Well, around kind of the Tangier area, Omaha, the greater area, Omaha area, and we had they have what they call the Road Runners, and that's another club or group in at Tangier that they would drive the children and their families to the hospitals.
Mhm.
But it's a long drive to go to St. Louis or Minneapolis, and so now they're starting to work a little bit more about trying to branch out a little bit and having outpatient services that can be actually take place in Omaha and in other areas around here. I don't know all of about what that's about, but I know there's been change.
Do we have drivers here in Nebraska City that do the transportation as well?
Yes, we've had some drivers here that have helped with that.
Perfect. Um, as far as membership of Arbor Shrine in Nebraska City, do you recall what the membership numbers are? Just from Nebraska City, or where are they from for the
Well,
membership?
with our Arbor Shrine Club right here in Nebraska City, we have I'm not sure exact numbers, but I think it's like in the mid 30s, something like that. We have members that are obviously from Nebraska City, but the surrounding area. We've got members that are well. We've got one member that lives way down in Missouri, and we've
Awesome.
we've had members that have lived over toward Beatrice. and Syracuse and just kind of the general area.
Well, I really appreciate your time today. My last question, Noble Marshall, is if someone comes up to you and says, "How do I become a Shriner? I want to be in the parade. I want to drive the little cars. I want to drive the fire truck." What are some things that you can give them? What's some things our viewers would like to know?
First of all, I will say this, all of the members of the Arbor Shrine Club, if you approached any of them, and or the Blue Lodge in Nebraska City, Western Star Lodge also here in Nebraska City, if you approached any of them and expressed an interest in joining, they're not going to turn their back on you. They're gonna we love to have members. We always invite new members, and we would do whatever we could to help you. It's not as hard as you think. A lot of people think, oh, I don't know if I can do all that. It's fun.
If I can do it, anybody can do it. I know you have the fez on, and I think we'll talk about that next time. And I have what is called a parade hat, which is also with the shrine. Uh, Noble Marshall, thank you for being here today. I
Very
appreciate
welcome.
it.
Very
Thank
welcome.
you.